Assalamualaikum. Welcome back to Mathematics, and we are doing A-Levels paper Pure Maths 1. Paper code 9709, variant 13, May, June 2025. And we are doing last question 11 of this paper. Question 11 says the function is defined by f of x equals to x squared plus 4ax plus a for x is a member of R. X is real number where a is a constant. Function g is such that g inverse is this. Now in part A they are just referring to function f. They say that given that the range of a function is f of x is greater than or equal to minus 33, find the possible values of a. Okay, when they say f of x, the range is greater than or equals to minus 33, we can write range in terms of f of x or y. What is range? Range is actually the y values or the output values. So firstly, understand the graph of this question. You can see this is a quadratic curve. Quadratic curve means, with positive x square. So that means it will be open upwards like this. When it is open upwards and they say the range, that means that it is above this value, like y, that is they have given to be minus 33. Okay, minus 33, that surely means that it must be like this. Okay. I think so we should make it once more like this. It must be like this. So when they say that y is greater than minus 33, then it means that minus 33 will be this one, and all the y values above this are allowed for this quadratic curve. So understanding this situation, let's find out what are the coordinates of the stationary point. Okay, and as we have this, we know how can you find the coordinates of this turning point. We can find the coordinates of this stationary point or turning point by making it into completed square form. Okay, now just taking this all understanding in on one side and start actually working on it. Okay, this was just for your understanding of the question. Now, what we should be doing first, we should be taking this equation f of x is equals to x squared plus 4ax plus a, and changing this into completed square form. So we know what should we be doing. We should be taking whatever is x squared with whatever the coefficient of x squared is, take that common. Here is nothing, so leave that step. The second thing is half this coefficient of x and add and subtract the square of it. So x squared plus 4ax plus half of 4a is, that means 4a by 2, that means 2a. Okay, so adding and subtracting 2a squared, and then adding a in that was this. Okay, now we know that this could be made into a complete square, so we can make it x plus 2a whole square minus 4a square plus a. Okay, if you know that, how can we identify the coordinates of stationary point from completed square form of stationary point? So how can we find that? If you have a times x minus b whole square plus c, This is your standard complete square form. If you put this bracket equals to 0, x minus p equals to 0, you get your x coordinate. And this c is your y coordinate. So that means that this is your y. Okay, this is your y. And if you put, okay, we don't need the x value, so just leaving it. We only need the y value because your range is starting from that. So take that. You can write y is greater than or equals to y or f of x. Okay, so y is greater than or equals to minus 33. That means 4a square minus 4a square plus a is greater than or equals to minus 33. Okay, this is the main thing. Now you will rearrange it and solve it for a. So minus 4a square plus a is greater than or equals to minus 30. Okay, why I'm not shifting this in the same step? Okay, taking this over here, plus 33 is greater than or equals to 0. Okay, now what should we be doing? You should be, okay, there are two ways. You can either multiply, because normally we do this, but it's not a compulsion. I'm multiplying this whole equation by minus 1, so we'll get 4a square minus a minus 33 is less than or equals to 0. And now factorize it or break the middle term by breaking middle term. So we need 12 132. We should be getting 132 upon multiplication, and upon addition or subtraction we should get minus 1. Minus 132 minus 1. So what we should be doing, these two factors must be then, if we multiply 12 and 11, we get 132. Okay, so your factors must be minus 12 and plus 11. So minus 12a plus 11a minus 33 is less than or equals to 0. Okay, when we multiply any inequality by a negative number, this inequality reverses its. Okay, so it reverses its direction. The greater than becomes less than, and less than becomes greater than. Now doing the next step. Next step will be factorizing it properly. A minus 3. I do it properly each step. So 4a plus 11 and a minus 3 less than equals to 0. Okay, what are they asking for? They are not asking for the region, okay, or the normally the question seems to be like the set of possible values of a. Okay, so they are not saying this, they are just asking for the possible values of a, not set of possible values of a. So the values of a are just a equals to minus 11 over 4 and a equals to 3. So we don't need to make solve it like we solve normal inequalities, like we plot the curve and then we see that where the y is less than 0, and then we write the inequality for it. We don't need to do this because they're just asking for the values of a. Okay, now secondly, minus 11 over 4 and 3 is your final answer. Now stepping to part B. Okay, part B says given instead that f g of 0 is equals to 96, then find the value of a. Now I am shifting this question on the next page. Okay, this whole is your rough working. So, okay, now when the function is given to us, when a function is given to us, we find the inverse. Now the inverse is given to us, so first we'll find the function for this g. Okay, so we'll do the reverse step of finding the function. The thing is, function and its inverse are like just the opposite operations of each other, just like multiplication and division are opposite of each other, addition and subtraction. In the same way, the norm function and its inverse are opposite. So now let's do this. We are being given that g inverse of x is equals to cube root of 2x minus 4. Now, as we suppose the function equals to y, now let y be equals to g inverse of x, and it will become y equals to cube root of 2x plus 2x minus 4. Now, okay, I'm always writing now. Cube root very bigger. Now taking cube on both sides to isolate x. So we'll get y cube equals 2x minus 4. X becomes equals to y cube plus 4 divided by 2, and yeah, now when we isolated x, so now what we will be doing, we know how do we do? We replace, normally we replace it by f inverse. So now it will become g of y equals to x. So now replace x by g inverse of x. Sorry, x by g of y. So it will become g of y equals y cube plus 4 over 2. So now replacing y by x, okay, changing y with x. This will become g of x equals x cube plus 4 over 2. So this is how we get our function g of x. Now using this relation, f of g of 0 is equals to 96. So what I will be doing is, they are triple, and also we have to put 0 here. So first I'm finding g of 0. I'm not doing it directly because this is a triple function, so we might get confused in that. So first I'm finding g of 0. G of 0 will be 0 plus 4 over 2. 4 over 2 is 2, so that becomes 2. Okay, so first we have done g of 0. Now we'll do g of 2 because now your output is 2. So now we are doing g of 2. Okay, so that will give you 2 cube plus 4 over 2. H plus 4 is 12 over 2 is 6. And now we will find, lastly, we have done this one also, J also. Now we have to find F. So with the output 6, so we will find F of 6. So it will be x square plus, okay, 4ax plus a, 4ax plus a. So in place of x, we are substituting 6. So 6 square plus 4a times 6. So 36 plus 24a plus a, that means 25a. So 36 plus 25a. Now we know that, what is this? This is actually f of g of 0. I'm just making some space for the next calculation. I have done everything very far away from each other. Now we have to say, right, that f of g of 0 is 96. That means 36 plus 25a equals 96. That means 25a equals 96 minus 36, and that will give you 60. A will be equals to 60 divided by 25. So that will give you A to be equals to 12 divided by 5. And this is your final working for part B. Okay, let's recap this question. This question says, that we have function is defined by this, and G inverse is given, and we need to find the range of f. So we have to do it by understanding the graph of it. Secondly, we say that f of g is 0. So we'll substitute 0, then the output in the g, and then the output of that in f of x to get the f of g. And when you'll put that equals to 96, you will be able to find the value of a. I hope you understand this question, and I hope you understand this whole paper. For any queries, any suggestions, you can write us in the comment box. And that's all from our side. Thank you very much, and Allah Hafiz.